right, now we're going to go on to questions 3 and 4. So 3 is part A, 4 is part B. So again, they're going to go together. Let's read question 3. What does the author do to explain what it takes to be a rescue swimmer? So let's go ahead and start reading maybe here at paragraph 2 all the way to paragraph 5 and think about what it takes to be a rescue swimmer. 2. Many people risk their life to help rescue people trapped by Hurricane Katrina. Read on to learn about one such person, a rescue swimmer. Sarah Faulkner. The message came through. Get airborne immediately. People are dying. Sarah Faulkner and the rest of her Coast Guard crew boarded the rescue helicopter and flew through the tail of the hurricane. They flew to the city of Biloxi, Mississippi. Sarah was horrified by what she saw. The helicopter's radio picked up a weak Mayday signal, an emergency cry for help. An elderly woman and her 2 daughters were trapped on a boat. The woman was very sick. She had been in the water for hours. Sarah lifted her up into the helicopter and they quickly flew to the hospital. This was the first of 52 rescues Sarah made over 2 days. And right here it says Coast Guard. And here it tells us what a Coast Guard is. So let's look at the definition of a Coast Guard. Coast Guard is part of the U.S. military. Members of the Coast Guard perform many kinds of jobs along the country's coastlines. And what a coast is where the land meets the water. Let's keep reading. Next, Sarah had to get 25 people off of a balcony, one at a time. She was lowered from the helicopter, dangling from a rescue sling. The survivors were very scared, but she calmed them down and made sure that the children were out first. Sarah gave the rescue sling to each person she was rescuing and guided their ascent to the helicopter by holding tight to the trail line. One baby was too small for the hoist straps, so Sarah had to hold him very tightly as they were lifted up to the helicopter. If the baby had wriggled free of her grip, he would have fallen into the dark waters below. Sarah summed up how she felt about the Hurricane Katrina rescue. It was ugly at times and bad, but I was just glad to be there to help in any way I could. So, what does the author do to explain what it takes to be a rescue swimmer? Let's see. A. The author lists reasons why people may decide to become rescue swimmers. That didn't happen. I didn't see any text up here that was saying, like, Sarah said, I decided to become a rescue swimmer because of this reason, and this reason, and this reason. That didn't happen in the text. So that is going to be crossed out. I didn't see any reasons up here. B, the author describes how rescue swimmers prepare for very strong storms. I didn't see that either. It never, ever talks about what Sarah did to prepare for a storm. It just jumps right into the storm. Get airborne, people are dying, let's jump in the helicopter. Does not talk about how the rescue swimmers prepare in any way. Does it talk about them exercising? Does it talk about the equipment they're needing to get before they leave? Does it talk about preparing the helicopter? No, it doesn't. C, the author suggests why a rescue swimmer must also have excellent navigation skills. Well, it does talk about how they are flying to different places like Mississippi. I think that's the only place it mentions by name. But it doesn't talk about how they got there other than just hopping in the helicopter. It doesn't talk about Sarah or any of the other rescue people having to navigate or fly the helicopter to a certain place or how they got there. So this is not happening in the text either. D, the author tells about a time when a rescue swimmer needed to show strength. This did happen all throughout this text about Sarah Faulkner. It talks about all the different ways she had to be strong in mentally and physically when she was rescuing people. So this is true. D, the author tells about a time when a rescue swimmer, Sarah, showed strength. Now we're going to use our answer D and pick which of these quotes from the article support our answer. Let's read and see which of these support our answer about Sarah showing strength. A, the storm got worse and people living in its path were told to leave. Okay, that's true, but does it talk about Sarah? No. It's talking about the people that were caught in the storm. Does it talk about rescue swimmers? No. Does it talk about rescue swimmers having to show strength? No. So that's not the correct answer. B, many people risked their life to help rescue people trapped by Hurricane Katrina. That's a maybe, because it does talk about people having to risk their lives and show strength and rescue people. So I'm going to leave that one there for now. We're going to see if we can find a better answer. C, the helicopter's radio picked up a weak mayday signal, an emergency cry for help. So this is not telling us about Sarah at all, or her showing strength. It's talking about the helicopter and the helicopter's signal. So this one we can cross out as well. Let's look at D. Next, Sarah had to get 25 people off a balcony, one at a time. Ooh, I feel like this is an even better supportive detail than B, because it's talking about Sarah, who's the rescue swimmer, and it's talking about an exact time that she had to show strength, because the time was that she had to get 25 people off a balcony. So B was it was an all right answer. It doesn't talk about a specific time though. So I'm going to go ahead and cross out B, and D is the best answer.